Hi everybody, Levi Clay here, and I'm back again for another edition of the Guitar Souls with this bunch of arseholes. Mike from Party Cannon, the far more talented of the two brothers. Totally true.
Take these broken wings and learn to fly.
Oh, smudge. And Doug Cartwright, far more talented than his sister. Better hair.
I don't think I didn't bring this in. Ellie, I'm sorry, I didn't have anything to do with this. I happily accepted you were more talented than me in the last one. Like what?
Yeah. And then there's me. My family won't even talk to me because I'm such a failure. So
he's such an arsehole, basically.
That is true.
That's how we've got this together.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. So we're back to do another edition of, I don't really have a title for it. It's that series where we talk about somebody who we absolutely love as a guitar player.
It's guitar players that would be in top 10 guitarists of all time in Q magazine that actually you don't mind.
Yes, ones that are, if you were to try and make a case for them being the best guitar player in the world, you'd have a real hard fight.
Yeah.
But you still love them.
Yeah.
And we're going to turn to Mr. Doug Cartwright today for this one.
I'd like to start this with a disclaimer. I am not making a case for this person being one of the greatest guitar players in the world.
I think that was covered by the...
Yeah, I really needed to make sure it was me on camera saying that.
Because I can edit these things.
Yeah, I've seen the effects of Levi's editing. That red light's flickering over there, by the way.
That's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, that's just what it normally does.
Yeah.
So I'm going to choose Kirk Hammett.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of him.
He's the world's first.
I will happily recognise as a grown man who's played guitar for half my life, bit over half my life. He's not the greatest lead guitarist in heavy metal, if the honest truth is told. Vibrato, poor.
No choice.
Bending, intonation accuracy, unreliable. Slash abysmal.
But he's a masterful masturbator.
But yeah, use of wah pedal, over frequent, probably. Like potentially needs to see somebody about that and get help. There's a lot of things I could criticise Kirk Hammett's playing for objectively.
Having no testicles.
Well, I can't.
I don't mean
confirm.
literally. I'm just thinking of remember the some kind of monster. Saint Anger comes out and he's like, no, it was totally my decision. I didn't think guitar solos were the appropriate thing on this album. And
then there's clear video evidence of him being absolutely furious about it when he's told.
The back end of kennel cuck.
I mean, exactly. I mean, there's just really nothing. There's no defence.
No redeeming
factors. But the thing is he's made so much music that I love.
Yeah.
And really inspired me, and I still love it. I still love all of their music, most of their music, and his playing. For its flaws, I do think, to his credit, I do think he composes really good solos on occasion. There are loads of examples in their catalogue, like One, The Unforgiven, more obscure ones like The Struggle Within. I've always thought that's got a really good solo. There's loads of examples of solos on their stuff that he's written, which I thought are just really great compositions as lead bars. And I still think that now. It's just that now with a more tuned in ear, I can hear the technical flaws in places. But like overall, I just think it's cool. I just love his stuff. And I would say that almost spreads out into a larger point. It's the same thing with the whole band, really. It's like Metallica is like a band that when I was 12 or 14 or something, I would have thought that was the greatest thing that ever happened in all of music, right? And now as an adult, I kind of look at it and, you got Lulu out, the album that nobody can defend. Even me as somebody who I'll say I enjoyed Saint Anger. Still enjoy Saint Anger. Yeah, not great. But, there's bits on it I like. And I find there's no defence now. This is just bullshit, right? But there's still, you get things like Lars Ulrich. But I just find him endearing. Do you know what? It's like when I go and watch them now and you hear him fuck the drums up somewhere. And it's like, it doesn't piss me off. It's like, oh, Lars. It makes me laugh. It's like, oh, there's Lars. And it's almost like I know their material so well that it keeps it fresh. When they go a bit out of time or
a bit jazz.
Yeah, when they go a bit out of time or, Kirk's like bending, and it's like, oh, we got a minor third in there. Like, that's sort of a quarter tone. Like, that's the kind of stuff that keeps you on the edge of your seat, you know, like whether or not they're going to get it. Like, it's just, I just find all this stuff endearing, is what I'm saying. And I love this band. But the very moment that Mike came out with the idea of talking about guitarists that we love, which we know are not the greatest, that I have to admit, without a second went by, I just heard the wah pedal, the slightly flat bend, and the enraged bumblebee in a jar vibrato just hit me with, like, let's be honest, the tone as well sometimes. Yeah. And I was just all of it, and I was like, it's just got to be cut.
Yeah, Metallica are the perfect example of a band that are considerably greater than the sum of their parts.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
The inverted nitro.
Yeah, we can totally go with that. Well, actually, if we were to sit here and list off bands that are shitter than the sum of their parts, we'd be here a very long time.
Yeah, most supergroups turn out that way, sadly.
Yeah, that's how supergroups work. What are your thoughts, Mike?
On Kirk Hammett?
Yeah.
I think I'm probably better keeping quiet. I used to really love Metallica, and as soon as I started playing guitar and progressing through it, going from realising that James Hetfield wiped the floor with him without even playing a lead solo, like without trying, and then the more I listen to other music, I'm like, oh, this guy's abysmal, and I've been trying to model my playing on him.
Yeah, I think we all went through that as metal players. I think everyone who plays metal has got that.
It's like a rite of passage for you to realise that Kirk Hammett is shit. Yeah. That's when you've really or as a musician, or at least a guitarist in the metal community. You go,
you broke
what
through.
The fuck? What the fuck was I thinking?
I love the idea. I love the idea that around grade 5, there's just a question in the test, which is like, and what do you think about Kirk Hammett? And really, your answer to that is whether or not you pass.
All right.
Yeah. He is what he is. Like, I'm not the biggest Metallica fan, and you know, I talked about Dave Mustaine. I've always been much more into Megadeth, and I was chatting with one of my students the other day about, you know how it is when you're kids. You've got to choose. You have to choose Metallica or Megadeth, and being an adult, I can look at that as a choice and go, that's a ridiculous choice to have to make. It's always Megadeth to make that choice, and it's also ridiculous that anybody chooses Metallica over Megadeth. But as a kid,
I choose Metallica over Megadeth, and I love Megadeth.
So you're allowed to be wrong. So I remember as a kid, I still sat and learned my fair share of Metallica, all of those solos. I sat and learned all of them. Maybe that was why, because it was like once I can play better than Kirk Hammett, I know I've really achieved something, and this is probably going to take me 2 weeks.
I remember that when I got a guitar, one of my first goals was to be able to play the intro solo on No Remorse. I thought if you could do that, you would be the greatest guitarist in the entire world.
But it's like,
and to be fair, there are still very few sounds that I enjoy more than No Remorse. So
that's why he's great.
Yeah,
because he inspires people to pick up guitars,
absolutely,
and play them, and he's constantly encouraging you. Like, don't worry, just play a little bit more, and you'll be better than me.
I just get the impression that he's probably just the nicest man as well. Like, I mean, surfing, not something I'm going to be doing, but
invented pedals.
Yeah, get that pedal
First company ever.
Yeah, but even that, I feel like that was born out of a slight bit of, like, almost like a naivety on how it would be interpreted because he's so nice. Do you know what I mean? I don't. Like, I understood what he was trying to say there. Yeah. It's just like, I just felt like it just came out. I just think that was honest, just a naivety.
He's the kind of guy that thinks he's won the lottery when he gets an email from a Nigerian prince.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. It's like, that's where all his millions keep. That's why he needed the pedal companies. He's just throwing all his money at African princes who just need to borrow a bit and stuff.
How long has he been in Metallica for now? It's been a long old career, right?
Oh, long time.
Very long career. So
I think at 80.
Lars Ulrich is in that band, so you need to be a very nice guy just to last. And then you have to remember the whole fucking James Hetfield saga with Dave Mustaine, which, come on, that's probably always in the back of everyone's mind at all times. You have to be the nicest guy in the world to just make it a year in that band, I would imagine. Sit in the back, smile, you know, make cups of tea for them. Because
or have like a really strong resolve. Jason Newsted got a shit time for all the time he was in the band.
Yeah.
And for the longest time he was the best member of the band.
Yeah.
The longest time.
Yeah. I haven't got a lot of time for Jason Newsted. But I just think, I mean, there's no clearer example than what I just did just now when you were saying the pedal thing, and it was like, yep, that was a complete balls up, and immediately I'm defending it.
Yeah.
It's just like, because I just find, even something like that, I just look at it like, oh, Kirk, Kirk, you joker, do you know what I mean? It's a bit like when Kerry King appeared in that Sum 41 video. It's like, only Kerry King. It's like if Lars Ulrich had done that, we'd still be laughing at him for it now. But Kerry King did it. It's like, maybe I need to pay more attention to Sum 41. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I've not been taking this band seriously enough. Like you just depends who it is. You react differently, right?
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'll give you that. So, what do you guys think about Kirk Hammett? Drop us a comment below. Do you think he is not the best guitar player in the world, or do you think you could make a genuine case for him being one of the best guitarists that has ever lived? Do you have other guitar players that you think are absolutely awesome despite the fact that you know they're not? I'm sure there are examples, so let us know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching these videos, and of course sharing them with your friends if you enjoy them, or your enemies if you don't. Until next time,
we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.